Hey, ladies and gentlemen, St. Louis' own Justin Willman on the phone with us.
Hey, buddy.
Justin, good morning.
Hi, guys. Good morning.
How are you, sir? How you doing? It's been a little while since we talked to you.
It's been a while. I'm doing great. Light at the end of the tunnel. Made it through. Been doing magic on Zoom for a year, which is surprisingly awesome, believe it or not.
Yeah, we've seen some of the clips you've been doing for your Zoom magic. If you guys didn't know, Justin Willman is a St. Louis guy. If you watch the Netflix show Magic for Humans, that's Justin.
There he is.
That's me.
And now we can't, me and my kids can't come upon somebody named Susan without somebody saying Magic for Susans.
I'm honored. That's my greatest legacy, if there's anything, that I've ruined it for Susans. It's better than Magic for Karen, you know?
Yeah, that'd be too obvious. That's low-hanging fruit there. Justin,
Exactly.
when are you going to get back to touring?
It's funny you ask. I'm about to announce a whole slew of tour dates on Monday. I'll be back in St. Louis in January of 2022, which feels like forever away, but I can't wait. I just need to remember how to do magic in person again. It's so weird. It's so, pivoting to the Zoom. It's been so, such a learning curve, and it's been so fun. And it's like, oh yeah, what is wearing pants like doing magic? I have to get back to it, but I'm excited.
Did you have a show here last year canceled? Because I think you were supposed to be at Stiefel. I'm not sure if the show happened.
I did. I was going to be at the pageant.
Oh, the pageant. Okay, I'm sorry.
I was going to be at the pageant, and it got, it's so crazy. It got, pushed a little bit, and then everyone was like, "Oh, this whole thing's going to be a while." So,
yeah. When was that supposed to be? Was
it's
it last
long overdue,
March?
but I'll have a whole bunch of new tricks, at least this time around. And it's the show I'm most excited about coming back home. I've done all these virtual events in St. Louis for Barnes-Jewish Hospital and for the Alzheimer's Association Missouri chapter, which has been great. I feel like I've been very connected, but I gotta get back to the hood.
Well, I do want to ask you about, speaking of Barnes Jewish, you have this charity event you're doing. It's called Magic for Memories, and it's next Saturday night, 7 o'clock St. Louis time. If you want to explain what the whole thing is, please, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I had such a good time doing magic on Zoom over the past year and kind of lending my talents when possible to these different charitable causes. And my mom passed away of Alzheimer's last May. Of 2020, after thanks, man. It was after kind of a decade-long battle, and it's really a bummer of a disease, as anyone who has a loved one could tell you, because you kind of, it's just this all-encompassing thing that's kind of a gradual grieving sadness as you kind of have to say farewell to this person.
Yeah.
And so many people are affected by this disease. 6 million Americans are living with Alzheimer's. More than half of them may not even know that they have it yet. And there's incredible work being done at Barnes-Jewish Hospital and with WashU. And we set up a foundation for my mom, basically to raise money for this research. So I was like, let's do a big old awesome variety show. I've got Jim Gaffigan who's going to perform. This is all on Zoom. Jason Mraz, Sarah Bareilles, Nicole Byer, Weird Al is going to pop
hear
in.
that, Scott? Weird Al. We got Weird Al.
Awesome.
Weird Al. Yeah, because it was like, finally I had this thing that I was really excited to call in favors for, So I was like, let me call every awesome person I kind of know and rope them into this. And everyone was so excited and down to be a part of it. So it's basically like a Zoom variety show with a whole bunch of magic and the funniest people, I think, on the planet to raise a bunch of money for Alzheimer's research.
Well, I mean, how do you put this together? Are you picking up the phone and you're calling like Weird Al? Are you calling him on a cell phone? I don't know how this kind of thing works.
I know, it's so weird. Well, like Weird Al is a childhood hero, but then I used to host Cupcake Wars back in the day.
Yeah.
He was a guest judge on Cupcake Wars, and somehow I managed to steal his email, and I've been sitting on it for years waiting for a good reason to use it. Jim Gaffigan, I've done shows with in the past. Sarah Bareilles is an amazing musician who's friends with Jason Mraz, who I used to open for on tour. So it's all these little like people I've collected, and I've tried to be very careful about not abusing their email until I had a really good reason, and I felt very excited to do it. Yeah, and it's a show that anyone in the world can watch. It's on Zoom. People get to be a part of the show, donations start at $40. People can go to magicformemories.com and get tickets. And I'm just so excited. The response has been great. I feel like people there's a lot of people affected by this disease who kind of really love an opportunity to push the research forward. And there's exciting stuff happening really out of St. Louis. It's incredible.
Not many people know about Alzheimer's. See, my grandfather passed away from Alzheimer's, 20 years ago. And
I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's just a mysterious thing that people don't really talk about because it's such a bummer.
It's a very rough thing. It's a very rough thing because you see somebody
leading cause of death in the U.S. and people don't really talk about it.
You see somebody kind of descend into this not knowing who you are, not knowing where they are. My grandfather was a big Navy guy, like a war hero, World War II, badass Navy guy, and then to see him slip into what right before he died was an awful thing to see.
It is, and that's the cool irony of this thing is that it really seems to, like, my mom had a photographic memory. She was an amazing interior designer. Your grandfather, like a titan of the Navy. It really seems like the saddest thing is when you watch it take down someone who is larger than life, someone who, like, nothing could take this person down except for this disease, and it's just such a devastating thing to watch. And people, the loved ones, become the caretakers and really. My dad had to really rise to the occasion. Right. He did an incredible job, but it's such a burden. And I think we could make this disease disappear in our lifetime. And I think, we're on the cusp of something big. It's sad that people don't talk about it more because I think the more people talk about it, the less alone people feel. But the night that I'm planning, I was like, I really don't want it to be a bummer of an evening. Right. I really want it to be a hopeful, inspiring evening. And I think, obviously, I've picked the funniest people who can help make that happen. And I kind of love the idea of a night that is about something really serious and that can be very, very sad, but we're approaching it from a joyful place.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because Alzheimer's is a heavy, heavy disease.
Yeah. It's not a comedy. It's not a comedy starter.
But you got some great people on this bill. And have you been following some of the advancements in research on Alzheimer's? I'm sure you have. But every week,
just a couple weeks ago, this brand new first FDA approved treatment for Alzheimer's.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Happened, which is huge.
And is it for early onset?
This fund. Yeah, they've developed a blood test to be able to identify it early. It's early detection and then early treatment are kind of the key to making this thing just not be a part of our lives. It's some exciting stuff.
And it's exciting. It's exciting that this stuff is coming out of St. Louis, too. You got a lot of, great researchers and scientists here, people working at WashU, people working at Barnes Jewish. Really, we're at the center of this.
Yeah, and that's what I'm most excited about is that every single penny raised from this show goes into St. Louis research. And, I think nothing would make me more proud of, like, honoring my mom's legacy and your grandfather's legacy, these great St. Louis people who were taken down by this disease, than to have, the key that unlocks the cure come from our hometown would just be such a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and you guys could all help out. magicformemories.com. The virtual event's taking place next Saturday, the 26th. It's 7 o'clock St. Louis time. It's a virtual star-studded event. Give me the acts again one more time, Justin.
You've got Jim Gaffigan. You've got Jason Mraz, Sarah Bareilles, Weird Al, Nicole Byer, who's the host of Nailed It, who is hilarious. You got me doing a bunch of crazy magic, and it's an all-ages show. So you can feel comfortable having the kids watch as well. I think everyone will enjoy the night.
Well, much success to this event. You're doing great work. And hey, when you come to St. Louis, please come by the studio. We'd love to have you again.
Let's do it in person next time. How about
love that?
I can't wait.
In person, St. Louis zone. Justin,
doing magic on the radio is hard.
We've done it before. Magic for Memories.
We've done it.
Magicformemories.com. Good luck everything, and thanks for checking in.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
See you, brother.
There he is, Justin Willman.